From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather, live at 5.
Look, don't let that clear sky or the sunshine from this afternoon fool you. It is colder than a snowflake's booty cheek out there this afternoon across the Tennessee Valley. Here's a live look at the Arctic Air Skycam network. Starting in Lawrenceburg this afternoon, 23 degrees with a dew point of 6. So it's incredibly dry out there. A west-northwest wind sustained as of the top of the hour at around 5 miles per hour at the reporting station. Clear skies out there. You see a few clouds still down to the south. Those are shifting southeastward out of the area, and we will be clear tonight, which means the temperatures are going to drop like a rock once we get the winds calmed down later in the evening. Here's a live look from the University of North Alabama in Florence, looking back southeastward. This is from atop Rivers Hall. It's 24 degrees there with a dew point of around 5, and the dew points tonight, once the winds calm down, or a rough measure of about within a couple degrees of where the overnight lows will be, because we'll have clear skies, dry air, and the wind will eventually get calm as we head deeper into the overnight. West-northwest wind of 14 miles per hour as of the latest conditions. From atop Rivers Hall, you see the clouds that were in place across the area earlier off to the southeast and shifting away from us as skies clear. Live Viper radar showing nothing locally as we would expect. All the snow and activity stayed south of us today as we were expecting. We were looking for maybe a couple flurries up into our far southern counties of North Alabama. Very questionable situation, but everything stayed south today. Temperatures as of the 5 o'clock hour into the low to mid 20s, and they will drop quickly once we get the sun down on into the teens. And then some of us, if not most of us, getting down to the mid to upper single digits for overnight lows. You can see the big winter storm down to South Alabama, South Mississippi, Louisiana, and the Gulf Coast into the Florida Panhandle. Several inches of snow down in the far southern areas of the deep south, and that's extending up into Georgia now. All that staying south of us and moving away. And you can see the clearing line now moving across North Alabama, high pressure settling in, and that settles over our area tonight as well, calming the wind. So all this adding together, it's going to mean a frigid night out there as we head deeper into the overnight. Clear skies across the region will drop quickly through the teens, and once we get toward daybreak here, we'll be down into the mid to upper single digits for most of us. A few folks, especially in North Alabama, may only reach the lower teens, but our actual forecast that we have a couple degrees colder than what you see on the Futurecast. We have most all of the viewing area between 5 and 10 degrees for morning lows. That's not wind chill, that's air temperature. Now, because the wind will be light in the morning, wind chill is going to be near that or just a couple degrees below that. But if there's any kind of wind kick up in the micro scale because of elevation, especially on the Tennessee side of the state line, you may be waking up when wind chills near or just below zero around daybreak. But we do start to moderate the temperatures a little bit with more southerly winds starting and sunshine tomorrow. So daytime highs tomorrow will be briefly, and I want to stress briefly, just above freezing between about 33 and 36 across the area. It will be very short-lived, so you don't need to stop dripping the faucets tomorrow, especially with how cold the ground is if you have your water pipes running underground. Even if we get a few degrees above freezing tomorrow afternoon, if you let it go, those water pipes could still freeze and cause problems. And then we're going back into the teens and lower 20s tomorrow night. It's probably going to be Thursday afternoon before you consider backing away from dripping the faucets. And if you have underground pipes that run around that cause problems when it gets really cold, you may want to wait until Friday before you stop dripping during the overnight. So that's how it's going to work the next couple of days. You do need to be aware of that. Trust me, you do not want busted water pipes if you've never had them before. Most of us starting in the single digits for morning temperatures tomorrow, briefly warming above freezing in the afternoon, but we're into the low to mid 40s Thursday. We briefly step down a couple degrees on Friday because we have a clipper system moving across, maybe even a flurry or two, but not expecting any impacts from that. And then we're between the mid 40s to near the lower 50s as we head from the weekend into early next week. And here Saturday night, Sunday night, with the wet weather system coming across Even the overnight lows coming up into the 30s above freezing as we have clouds and rain chances on the board. So we're getting back to some sunshine as early as Wednesday. A few more clouds Thursday. We'll call it partly cloudy both days. Then our little clipper system comes across Friday. The slightest chance of a couple snow flurries. Not expecting any big deal from that at all. Saturday, we start the day sunny, but clouds increase by the afternoon, and I do think some rain chances are on the board later Saturday night, and then especially as we move into Sunday, and that may linger into the start of next week, is going toward Monday as well. Your 7-day forecast begins with the hour by hour of your Wednesday, starting cold down into the single digits by 8 a.m. We're coming back up into the teens, and then mostly sunny to partly cloudy through the day, getting up into the mid-30s briefly by the afternoon. Yes, it will be above freezing, but I want to stress it will just be for a couple of hours at most. It may be a little shorter lived than that, but we'll be into the 40s by Thursday afternoon, upper 30s to lower 40s on Friday, maybe a few flurries. No impacts expected from that. A few showers late overnight Saturday night, better chance of rain Sunday, and models are back and forth on whether or not that will extend into Monday or not. Still hanging on to the cloud cover Tuesday, and then more rain chances possibly on the board toward the middle and latter part of next week, just beyond your 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.